Oh, this is like a can't.
25.
25.
You see the ears, though.
That's serious.
You know what I mean? Ain't no 25 ears.
I love it. Well, DeAndre Swift, Christian McCaffrey, we know they're special. Joy, we know they are important. But we've seen a lot from them. Christian McCaffrey, he's #1 in rushing yards. DeAndre Swift, he's #4 in rushing yards. Who we need to see more from is Brock Purdy, the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers. It's the biggest game of his regular season this year. You could argue it's the second or third biggest game of his career. What do you need to see from Brock Purdy?
I want to see Brock Purdy overcome some in-game adversity. He only has one fourth-quarter comeback win.
Circle that.
Yeah, he's done a lot of winning. He's won in the postseason, but a lot of Brock Purdy's wins, almost all of them, come from being ahead, not having to press, not having to overcome in-game adversity. The game that they lost against the Eagles, he didn't get to participate in that because he was removed from the game due to injury. That was inflicted on him by the Eagles, but he didn't get to participate in that. This game has a lot of narratives around it. Yeah. Oh, is Brock Purdy the missing piece? Would they have beaten the Eagles if he was there? Oh, is he able to beat a team like the Eagles that's been consistent all season long? There's a lot of narratives about it, but he can just go and do what he's done when everyone's healthy. When everyone's available to him, when he has all the talent around him, he is a great quarterback. Not a good quarterback, a great quarterback. We've seen that from him. We saw it last year throughout the stretch, and we've seen it this year. The games that they've lost this year were because he didn't have his weapons available to him. He's not there yet. A lot of guys aren't. The great ones are. So I want to see him overcome some adversity. He might not get the opportunity to this game. We don't know how this is going to go. But to ask like what he has to prove or what I need to see from him, I feel like I've seen enough from Brock Purdy when they have everything available to them to know what kind of team this is. He is a perfect quarterback for this team. When he's healthy and everyone's healthy, they're borderline unstoppable. Really, entirely, unless you get removed from the game.
You know, one of the biggest things I hear in sports is, man, if we had our dudes. You know what I'm saying? You hear that a lot. College, high school, and man, if we just had him, man, it was going to go down.
No doubt.
That's all we've been hearing. Man, if Purdy didn't get hurt. If we had Purdy, things would have been different. Well, he there. So what he has to prove is I was the missing piece. Point blank, period. All these dudes was here last year except me. The coach was there. Debo was there. McCaffrey was there. Ayuk was, all these dudes was there. Kittle was there, right? Fred Warner was there. All these dudes was there except you, and you guys lost. This clearly is, I was the missing piece, and that don't mean you have to go out there and be a superstar, Brock Purdy. That means play Brock Purdy football. Don't turn the football over. Do what you've been doing when your team wins. I ain't trying to say outduel Jalen Hurts and all that, but you have to show that I was that missing piece, and it would have been different if the Eagles did not remove me from that game last season.
It's funny, a quick story. 2010, go to the national championship game. It's Texas versus Alabama. I'm a true sophomore. We're playing in Pasadena, California, about 27 miles from here down the road. We play versus Mark Ingram, Trent Richardson, Julio Jones, amongst others. Colt McCoy is our quarterback, winningest quarterback in college football history at the time. We take an early lead. Then Marcel Darius knocks Colt McCoy out the game. The biggest what if of my sports career, along with every Texas Longhorn fan, is, man, if Colt didn't get hurt, we would have won.
Yep.
If Colt didn't get hurt, we would have won. I don't know if we really would have won. Of course I think so. I played for Texas. Of course I'm going to say that. We were winning when he got hurt. Duh, I think so. But the biggest what if of my sports career is if he didn't get hurt. That's what a lot of Niners fans are saying. Now, what I need to see Brock Purdy do, prove you can beat the Eagles and thus take your team to the promised land. Now, you're still going to have to beat the Eagles again in order to get to the promised land, but if you show me you can do it in the regular season, I fervently believe you can do it in the postseason. The biggest superstar in track and field right now is Sha'Carri Richardson, biggest superstar. When she beat Shericka Jackson, who was the fastest woman alive in the 200, I said, oh, snap, she can beat her. Now, she beat her in the regular season. She hadn't yet beat her at Worlds, but when she beat her in the 100, twice in the regular season, I said, oh, snap, she can beat her. Yeah. Then she went to World Championships, inevitably beat her, and is the fastest woman alive right now in the 100 meters, at least most recently. So if you beat somebody in the regular season, I personally subscribe to the notion that, oh, dang, you can beat them. I don't know if you will. But if Brock Purdy beats the Eagles on Sunday, now my mind is convinced he can beat the Eagles. He can take his team to the promised land. He can help the Niners get to, if not win, a Super Bowl. Shady, you've won 2 Super Bowls. What can Brock Purdy prove in this game?
Hey, real quick, what What's that score? I mean, Texas, Alabama. What was that score?
37-21. 24-21 with 6 minutes left.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Good job, man. You know what, Brock Purdy, what I need to see from him? This shows that you're that guy. Something that kind of what James was talking about, I had that in my notes, was, you know, talk to all the Niner players, right? From George Kittle to Deebo Samuels, and they all spoke highly of Brock Purdy last year. And they said, man, that game would have been a lot different if he'd have played. And I heard that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But now, when you think about it, they got a point, right? If we have a leader, right, and he takes us to all these different games, he's winning all these different games, and then we get to a big game and he gets hurt, it's always a what if. So now we got a chance to see what would have been like if Brock Purdy played the whole game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Same situation, though. Not the playoffs, but it's the same thing. But away game, right, for them. Yeah. Big-time team. The Eagles, the best team in football. Last year, we was the best team in football. Best record.
No doubt.
Right? We built it up with Jalen Hurts. Now you got Brock Purdy. What's going to happen? So I would love to see Brock Purdy go out there and play well and show us, hey, what the game would have been like. Was it a fraud last year, right? Oh, y'all got lucky with that win? We're going to find out. And guess what? We love the challenge. Because we going to be there. Deshaun Jackson going to be in the building. Where my flag at? Will Smith going to be there. Little Ozzie McMills. We all going to be there. So we going to see. So the stage is set, Brock Purdy.
Stage is set.
All that rap y'all did last year, which y'all didn't have, what happened? Y'all got lucky. We going to find out. Same coaches going to be there, right? Head coaches. We going to see. So, and if they lose, oh, my God. The first thing I'm gonna do is collect my money from you and from you. And then the second thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna holler at all the Niners. Yo, bro, you told me last year that we was weak and that y'all player got hurt. Yo, homie, you told me that. So we gonna find out. I can't wait.
Now. Just make sure you record it so we can play it on speed.
I will. Matter of fact, we might put them on speed. You know what? If the game gets out of hand too early, we might not get an interview.
Hey, Shady, take me to the player perspective real quick before we move from this topic. How much internal pressure does Brock Purdy have on himself? Because Deebo Samuel has called out players like Bradbury.
Yeah.
He said, hey, Bradbury's trash. He said, I'm standing on that.
He told me that.
He said, yes, to your face.
That's what
in your interview, he said, James Bradbury, Eagles cornerback, all-pro last year. Deebo Samuel said he's trash. They asked, hey, why is Deebo trash? He went on and said, did you not see what happened on, I believe it was their fifth offensive play? Brandon Ayuk, whoop, whoop. He mixed up Bradbury.
Yeah.
Yes, Deebo said Bradbury's trash. And then Purdy gets hurt. How much pressure, how much internal pressure, Shady, is on Brock Purdy going into this game?
You know what? To be honest, I don't think a lot of pressure. I think it's the normal pressure because you got a supporting cast, right? If this is Patrick Mahomes, he might have all the pressure because his supporting cast is not the same as the Niners. For one, your defense, despite which I might think on any different week. But anyway, the defense is really, really good, for one. So you're always going to have a chance in the game. I doubt that defense will be bad like we've seen the last couple weeks. You know, even though they had, some bad games, but I think they'll be solid. And then on offense, let's say you're not having a great game. You got a superstar running back with superstar lineman with an MVP tackle that you got on your list for a reason. Now you simplify things. Kyle Shanahan's a hell of a coach. That's why we promote him so much. Give him all that love. You got screens. You got different things with the play action to the tight end. You have so many ways to neutralize that defense and simplify the game. Where I feel like sometimes with players, when they have so much pressure, is that when they have to play good and great for them to have a chance to win. With the Niners, this game could, if he doesn't play well, this game could be a 13-10 type game because he has that type of team.
But that's why I'm really looking forward to see how Kyle Shanahan does this because you got to settle him down, right? It's just natural as a player. If I see another receiver on the other side that they saying is better than me or they saying is like that, naturally me walking on the field, my mindset is I'm finna show him I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? So Brock Purdy, don't get into that game to where I'm trying to show you like that. That's just natural as players. So as coaches, we talked about Coach Mike. This finna be your playbook right now. I think Kyle Shanahan has to call a game a certain style to where, relax, young fella. You know what I'm saying? We'll take our shots during this game, but relax. Don't get caught up in trying to compete with Jalen Hurts and making them mistakes and have this game out of hand.
I mean, they are the favorite.
I'm about to say, well, they shouldn't have too much to worry about.
They are the favorite.
They're supposed to go in there
pressure.
and win
supposed to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.